I don't know how we're here, Bill Krackomberger, but we are here after a very long night of, I don't know if I'd say debauchery.
No.
What would you say?
Debauchery's bad.
Debauchery's bad. This was fun.
I'm just not used to that anymore.
We were responsibly gambling.
Yes. I used to be a late night person, really late every night, go to bed 2, 3.
Yeah.
I go to bed now between 12 and 1, though.
Yeah.
But I'm home and I'm relaxed. And so last night we were out. John and I, he invited me out with this crew of social influencers and Dana White. And, that was a great night. Now, granted, though, even last night getting home, I felt like I was drunk. And I don't drink.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't had a drink in 30 years. Not because I had a problem with it ever. I just never started. So, but I'm just going to start drinking. Frig it. I'm just going to start drinking now because I felt it last night.
Yeah.
No, but, I was punchy. I got home. I got to bed around 3:30.
Was your adrenaline, were you like just jacked with adrenaline?
Maybe.
I couldn't sleep when I got home.
So what John is saying too, like, I'll just tell you, John, I've been around a lot of people. I've been around a lot of big high rollers. I've been around a lot of gamblers, big gamblers in my life. I had a period of years there. I was on private jets with some people. Yeah. And, and flying to different locations. I just did. Just me and Paul just flew up to San Fran on a private plane to a casino. Really cool. G5.
Oh, really my God. That's amazing.
It was really nice. It was really, it wound up costing me $11,000, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But the place gave me like $5,000 to go in. And I do that a lot. I'll put up, I'll get deals in casinos where you get deals, put up money, and they'll give you a good amount of walk-in money. And you lose sometimes. But anyway, I've been around. The point is, I've been around a lot of those kind of type of atmospheres with big players and stuff, and people with money, and even some guys that are worth hundreds and hundreds of millions, maybe even a billion. Yeah. And last night probably takes the cake, though. Dana White. Dana White easily is the most generous guy I've ever been around. I've never seen a display like that. Now I know you probably don't realize it because you were actually. You were playing on the third base. By the way, that's the best spot to play. That's the best spot. It is. Yeah. It is. I'm not going to overstep though, but that's the best spot to play because you've seen all the cards out of a double deck. We shouldn't even get into that. Anyway, so you're playing there. Dana's in the middle. Raz is in the first seat. Raz is a big social media influencer.
Yeah. And, Raz is great.
And nice kid. I can't believe he's only 21. That kid.
I met that guy in August at the last Power Slap event. He randomly was just sitting next to me, and we started talking, and he was really nice. And we just became friends, and then he's a diehard fight fan, so he's at all the fights as well. And so
now, was Dana friends with him before that?
Dana met him the same night I met him.
Oh, you're kidding me.
At Power Slap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we were at Blackjack in that little room that we were just in last night after Power Slap, and Raz was playing, and the kid fires away. He does very well on social media, and he fires away. I mean,
no. This kid has to make.
He's making a lot of money.
Millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
I could just tell.
Yeah.
But I could tell. But yet you don't tell by his attitude or anything. That's
he's
why
so
nothing
nice.
Changes.
He's
I
so
love
mature.
People like that.
It's hard to believe he's 21.
It's hard to believe he's 21.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get him on one day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because I talked to all these guys. The other guys there was a couple other people there.
Yeah.
And
the three Jakes. We had the three Jakes.
They loved that we were. That they love the sports betting, and you can make money in sports, like you can really make a living betting sports. So they like that. So I think that was a big part of it. But let me go back to what I was saying. As far as generosity, I have never seen no one give away so much money.
It's unbelievable, right?
And by the way, he doesn't do it to be a show off.
No,
because Dana treated everyone like a regular guy.
100%.
I watched him give away. Do you know how much? What do you think he gave away last night?
With tips and everything from start to finish?
Yeah. I got a number.
I mean, I want to say the dealers got about 30 grand, 25, 30 grand.
25.
Okay. Yep. And then he gave everyone that was in that room on our side of the coin a grand.
Right.
So that's probably another 10.
Okay.
Right?
You must be forgetting about.
Then he gave Vanessa,
the
pint-sized warrior, $5 grand because she did a good cut.
He gave her.
She cut. He was down.
He forced everyone. There's my $1,000. I still got my $1,000 chip. But like I backed up from Dana when he tried to hand me that.
I know. So did I.
Up.
By the way,
no, I'm not here for. And he got like he was getting. You could see he was going to get upset if you didn't take it.
100%.
So
the first time I hung out with him was last November at blackjack.
Right.
And same thing. He won that night. He won about $700,000.
Yeah.
At Mandalay Bay.
Well, he gave away $80,000 last night.
Was it really?
He gave away $80,000. Now I don't want to. Can I say? And you guys can cut it if you don't.
No. He's cool with it.
All right, because he gave that kid in the first spot.
Yeah. Right.
You got to count that.
Yeah. Yep.
He gave him $15,000. Mm-hmm. So he gave that kid $15,000
to help him get back to even.
To help him get. The kid got even, and he didn't take the money back.
He won't take it back. Dana won't take it back. He just goes, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I did good. I'm good.
I did good. Don't worry about it."
Who does that?
How about the waitresses? He gave $500 to the waitresses.
Yeah.
Here's the most shocking thing.
Yeah.
I've never in my life seen people in suits take money. So floor people, pit bosses, shift managers, $500 each, cash, rolled up bills.
Yeah.
Waitresses, assistants. I counted the money he gave away.
Yeah.
He gave away almost $80,000 last night.
Wow.
But then he came over and said something to me.
What'd he say?
He said, "Crack." I give everything. I don't care.
I heard him say that. I give away most of the money I win.
I give away this money. I don't care. If I win, I just give it anything. Like, just give it away. This is fun. It's nice to change people, but have some fun with some people. Maybe the waitress gets $500, kind of changes for the night. You make her night. It's like the scene from one of my favorite movies, The Pope of Greenwich Village.
Yeah.
He tips the toll guy.
Right.
Make their week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
like in Casino, he spreads the money around.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was great. It was great. And by the way, he started out. Do you realize what happened at the beginning?
He was down. He was getting killed.
He's got $300,000 down there.
And markers.
He's playing $30,000 a hand. He's down 300 in 5 minutes.
Yeah. He couldn't catch a break. 14 every hand.
And I said, "Oh, this is the night I got to be here. This guy's going to lose this kind of money." What a comeback.
Vanessa did the cut.
Vanessa did the cut. How about this? The comeback, the real comeback in the night was the kid that was down $40,000 in the first.
Yes, Raz.
He's down $40,000. He's only betting $3,000 a hand.
Yes, he lost every hand in two shows.
The kid's down $40,000.
Not every hand. I think he said he won 2 hands over the first 2 shoes.
So he had $1,000 left. He had $1,000 left, and he miraculously got back all his money and won about $5,000.
Yeah, I think 10, maybe 10.
10 grand. Oh yeah, because he bet $5,000 that last hand.
To
double up. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, I just that was
so much fun, right?
And all those endorphins and you're pumped up. And granted, I was standing for 3 hours, so I'm standing up more than that. 3.5 hours. I stood right behind you guys. Didn't sit the whole time. I haven't done that since I was at a Rolling Stones concert. I walked out of there. I literally was at a Rolling Stones concert. I stood the whole time because I was in the first row. I had to stand up. But besides that, I haven't done it in that long. That last night when I left, I hobbled out of there. I hobbled out of the place, and by the time I got home, I was like so punchy but it was great, and that is something that I won't forget. And great, well, and we'll do that again. So that's cool.
Oh, dude, listen, that's the 4th or 5th night in a row I've done that with him.
Yeah,
literally this week, almost every night.
Oh wow.
But it's every Tuesday we were doing it after Contender Series.
Sure.
Now, last night was the last Contender Series until next year.
Oh, really?
So that's why I was telling him, I was like, listen, I hate to put the pressure on you, but it's on you. You're the entertainment director for Tuesdays. We're going to need you to figure out what the programming is.
Yeah, and by the way, I guess we could say it, and if you want to cut it, you cut it. He said he's on an unbelievable streak.
Unbelievable streak.
He said,
I haven't seen him lose in months.
I haven't lost since Boston.
Yeah.
He said, because there was
and that was the UFC Boston card, whatever that was. About
UFC Boston.
A month and a half ago, 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago.
And he plays like a lot. So he's like, I'm just on a tear.
Yeah, he's on fire.
And I like, he said something that was interesting last night. He said, to buy the book. Mm-hmm. He's like, throw the book away.
He will do things sometimes.
Book away. He said, the book is written for the casinos.
When he's lost like 6 hands in a row or something,
right?
He'll stay on a 16 against a 10 just to shake up the deck.
Well, I want to tell you, there is
stuff
times
like
you're
that.
Supposed to stay on 16 anyway.
Yeah.
Especially if you're counting. But
he'll do unorthodox things though.
Oh,
sometimes.
definitely. Split sevens versus 10.
He splits,
very unorthodox.
He splits all the pairs.
Yeah.
Except 10s.
Yeah.
He splits all the pairs because also I think that's his way to get out in front of the limits that they put on him.
Yeah.
Right? So he's so he just looks at it like, let's just another hand.
Good limits.
You get 30K a hand.
30,000 2 hands.
Yeah.
That was.
Now let me ask you this: they'll let Dana do 30,000 two hands.
Yeah.
They will not let Raz at 21 years old play for more than 10K a hand. Why?
Well,
Does that tell me why?
There's limits on certain people without knowing their history too. I don't know. Has he played in there a lot?
Not that. No, since maybe August or whenever Power Slap was.
Well, no, August is a long time. So I'm talking about like if he played once in a year or something.
Right.
They just have limits on people for reasons. They know what they're going to get. If someone runs lucky, they know they'll be able to get the money back off that person.
Right.
So in other words, they know Dana's a regular customer. He's going to be in there all the time.
Right.
And granted, he was partners with the
Fertittas, right? Of course. Yeah. And that's like a weird thing, right?
It is
like,
a weird thing.
Yeah. Like I always I keep forgetting to ask him.
Is he the brother-in-law of something? Isn't he married? Is he married to how did he get involved with the Fertittas?
They went to school together.
Oh, they went to school together.
Way back when.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've known each other a long time.
Forever. Yeah. That was something I keep forgetting to ask him is like on a night where he crushes them,
right?
Does he send Lorenzo and Frank a text and be like, I got you guys? Like, does he do that? Or is it
I don't know. They're multi-billionaires.
Right.
I don't know if he's bothering like that. I don't think they, but you know what? A lot of places though, a lot of places will not. They want to know they're going to have a chance to get their money back. So they know with him they do. Maybe with Raz they don't. I didn't know Raz's limit was 10. He bet 10 one hand.
Yeah. Usually he doesn't bet that much.
Yeah, he lost
10.
The 10.
Let me ask you this. Were you impressed by Dana is very disciplined. Like when he does double his money, you see how fast he quits. He pays those markers off instantly.
He pays the markers off instantly. And something else he does that, listen, I guess because I'm a professional gambler, I do tip. I'm a tipper in life. I love tipping. Thousands of dollars a month out. Nothing like Dana, of course.
Right.
But you're supposed to tip. You're supposed to tip when you're done with your session.
Right.
This guy, he pays the marker back and he throws the dealer $5,000.
Right.
And now he's got money in front of him and he's still firing.
Right. Because you technically.
And then he'll ask for the marker again.
Right.
So in the end, the only winner sometimes is the dealer.
Right. Right. Because you're not tipping at the end.
It doesn't matter. The guy's a billionaire.
He's amazing.
Yeah. He's just doing it for the people, just to be nice to them. And like he says he actually made the comment that everything he wins he gives away.
Yeah.
So
I heard him say it.
I believe it.
And how about when like someone's sitting there as we were in the cashier line, or whatever, and they're on FaceTime with a friend or something, and then they're like, "Oh, Dana, say hi," and Dana doesn't just say hi, like he'll have a conversation with you.
He's a regular person, man. That's
amazing.
Why. Now I know why him and Teddy Atlas get along so well.
Yeah,
because they're both the same like that.
Yeah.
They'll talk, give you time. Now I realize I didn't even get to tell him that Teddy's one of my best friends.
Yeah,
I didn't even tell him.
Yeah. Well, you'll definitely see him again.
Yeah.
A bunch of times.
Yeah. No, but anyway, yeah. So that was last night, and
good times.
Yeah, I still got my $1,000 chip.
I like it. Why didn't you cash it in?
I don't know. I just didn't. I still felt uncomfortable. I'm not used to doing that. I don't take money off people. You know what I mean?
The first time,
giving money out to people.
Yeah, back in November, when he gave me at the cashier, he gave me he gave the same thing. He gave everyone $1,000 cash.
Yeah.
He started, and I was like, no, and then Skip, who wasn't there last night.
Right.
Well, he was, but not when Dana came back.
Okay.
He wasn't. But Skipper Kelp is he's a famous boxing coach.
Okay.
He's been one of Dana's best friends for years, like the 30 or 40 years. Skip was like, no. He likes to bless us when he wins. You have to take it. It's like bad luck. Like he doesn't.
There's a guy that remembers where he comes from. That's all I can say. That's what I'll say about it. That's how I'll close with that. It's funny. I just talked about the Pope of Greenwich Village scene. Have you ever seen the movie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're my age.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking. A lot of the kids don't see. The under 30 crowd doesn't know what that is. It's on Amazon now. This
is it?
That's a movie that's never really come out too much on the public. So it has a good gambling scenes in it.
George, you need to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, George.
Which one?
Pope of Greenwich Village.
Oh yeah. I want to see.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's a cult classic. So you have to understand Mickey Rourke, Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother, who I loved in it. And there's another movie you should see too, George. That's on YouTube too, called 29th Street.
Oh my God, Danny Aiello. Yes,
it's amazing that you know that.
Yes,
no one knows that.
29th Street, so good. Danny Aiello, come on.
I loved him. And, I got to be with him 3-4 times. Teddy was good friends.
Mention
with
him to my dad.
Oh, really?
He's good friends with Danny.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. Yeah, Danny and I talked multiple times. He was such a good guy. His wife, I met his wife first, believe it or not. We're at a pool tournament, and I mentioned to his wife he was playing pool with Jerry Elbuck, who I also got to be friends with. And I love Jerry too. Oh God, I was so mad. You remember Jerry Arbuckle?
Yeah, of course.
Law and Order. Before that, he was on the stage actor, screen actor. But anyway, I talked to her about 29th Street. She goes, he gets more comments from that from any other other movie he's done, even though he's done bigger movies. You know, he did what's the movie Moonstruck, and he did so many movies with bigger stars. But anyway, that's another movie that's on now. I want to give a shout out to someone else too. I usually don't do this, so I got a text from my cousin Lisa in Ohio last week. Yeah, and she said, "Billy, I just want to tell you that I watched some of your videos and we love you." I was like, "Wait a minute. You watch some of my videos. I really don't even tell them anyone where like you have to find me, I guess. Sure. I don't put things on Facebook hardly ever." Right. So this is my dad's family. Real good, hardworking people. My dad grew up in West Virginia and Ohio on the Ohio River. And unlike my mother, Italian from the Bronx, my father, old school Hungarian, Irish, hardworking family, blue collar. And I loved Lisa and Donna's dad, my Uncle Elson. I absolutely loved him. He died very young, too young. I think now, I'm older than him. I think now how unfortunate and how bad that was. I took his death real bad, by the way. Every single summer, I used to go to Ohio with my grandparents. We used to go to truck pulls, tractor pulls. Yeah. My Uncle Elson would come across the river, across the Ohio River, across the bridge, pick me up, go to different places. And, I always remembered me to go to the different county fairs, state fairs, truck pulls. And she sent me a text. It was just so heartfelt. I sent her a nice video back. But I'll never forget the family I have on both sides. And I will get back there one of these days because I love the country. I love Ohio. Porch swings and simple life. And everyone waves to everybody in a little town. Yeah. Americana. That's all I can say. That's awesome. Fontainebleau. I want to talk about this.
Yes, opening up soon.
Because it opens in less than 2 months. Yeah. Well, 2 months. So I'm talking about something that some of the sharp guys may get a little upset at. Okay. Whenever a new casino opens, there's a couple crews, and I say crews, pros, wise guys, sharp guys that walk around, including me. Opening night is the best night. And it reminds me of Jurassic Park when the Tyrannosaurus Rex would test the fence, right, or whatever, to see for weaknesses. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's like a literally, lions going after the weak, gazelles on the field. But so I'm going to tell you guys. You'll see guys go around looking at all the video poker machines, checking the payouts, the bonus machines, whatever it may be, just to make sure that the casinos didn't do anything in error. So, like a friend of mine he was very nice to Derek at Circa. He's like, hey, when it opened, he goes, hey, Derek, usually I would take advantage of this promotion, but one of your machines upstairs is paying out, at 110%, or, they shouldn't have paid. It shouldn't pay. The payouts for the 4 of a kind was confused with straight flush, and maybe it was paying $500 for the straight flush instead of 125, and for the 4 of a kind, I mean, and so it was paying $500 for a 4 of a kind when it's supposed to pay 125. So that's what they'll look for, and you look for weaknesses. And it's listing that on the machine? Well, sure, because the payout's right on the screen on video poker. Right. So you'll so it really is just okay. Yeah. So okay, play this machine, because if I hit 4 of a kind, I'm getting wow. So but they'll check all the machines for weaknesses and overpayers and things that shouldn't should. But years ago, what you used to do, you used to actually go through and put the coins in the machine, the big dollar tokens in the machine. Yep. Or you'll put a $100 bill in the machine, or a 20, and hit cash out. Right. So what happens is there's supposed to be 20 coins coming out. Right. However, some of the machines will pay 21 or 22. So you think about it, it's a 10% on your money, getting 10% extra from these casinos. Now listen, not that I'm recommending robbing casinos. I'm not trying to do that. Right. But I'll tell you one thing. A lot of them rob you. 6 to 5 blackjack, 000 roulette. 000 roulette is a trip, isn't it? Every single casino in town has 000 roulette. So it was nice. By the way, 0 in that room we were in last night. Oh, no. Now the high roller rooms will have 0, but still one of the worst games. So at 000, it's 5.26, I think is the number. So now you're taking that 5.26, you're making an 8% on 000. I mean, just use a mask and a gun, these guys should use. But even the 0 is worth half of that, so 2.6, let's call it. But yeah, anyway. So wait, go back to Circus. So the guy told Derek
about the machine?
Yeah, he told him, and Derek was like, "Thank you. You know, we'll readjust it."
And then that's it.
Let me just tell you something.
No reward.
Let me tell you. So I was playing at a casino with our buddy, one of our buddies that he came on here, came on one of our podcasts.
Yep.
I was playing at the casino, and I hit a royal, and then maybe next week I hit another royal, whatever it may be, for $4,000. I'm playing 10 play, and I say to him, Al, I said, Al, I just want to let you know, something's wrong here. I went and checked my win-loss for the day, and it said I lost for the day, and I actually won. The next week I did it again, and it said I actually won. They're not counting the hand pays. When you get a hand pay,
right?
They come over and pay you by hand, give you a tax form. I mean, the government's going to count it. Of course, you're going to have file on your taxes. But as far as the casino internally, which rewards you based on your loss a lot too, it's also on your Theo, but also your loss. They're not giving you. They're looking at that at your screen. They're looking at your screen, and you're seeing a loss when it's actually a win. So they're going to reward you. And normally you're supposed to keep quiet about it and not say anything. I want to just tell you something. I did that for Al. I'll never do it again for anyone else, though. I'll never do it because these casinos do not remember the things very well. What I'm trying to say is, without trying to think of the proper wording, in other words, I'll tell them a line's off. In other words, all right, you got here, the Giants are minus 14. I'm sorry, the Giants are plus 14 this week. Hey, you got the wrong team favorite. The Giants are minus 14. Buffalo's plus 14. And I would tell them, you know what I mean? Because, if you're going to make a bet like that, you're taking a shot at them. And I won't do that normally. I won't do that, especially on an app or anything.
Right.
I got to tell you something. They really, unless it's a casino that I'm friendly with internally, like Westgate, I would never do it to.
Right.
Cirque, I would never do it to. Some of the casinos, they just don't reward you well in the end. They'll never remember that. I asked for a comp in the same casino that I saved them, tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
3 months later, they'll say, you didn't play enough. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So I'm telling you, that's the way I feel. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
I got some other. Last night. By the way, I've never seen an internal. I never seen in a casino like that. They let him touch his cards.
Isn't that the coolest?
Let him touch his cards.
So like
cell phone on the table is a very bad thing. Let me tell you why. Do you know why? Why should you not be allowed to use a cell phone at the table, or better yet, put the cell phone down on the table? Why do you think?
A card reader somehow?
Very good. Very good. Well, you can there's devices on your phone that can catch glimpses of the dealer's hole card when they're dealing like this. So just think about it. They're dealing out of the hands.
Yeah.
So they have to, even though it's pretty low, not lower than your phone.
Oh, right.
Not lower than your phone. So that's now listen, of course no one's cheating there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot of, it's real simple. Yeah. You put one of these devices on the table. Actually, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I've seen it in my own eyes.
Really?
Now you put a thing in your ear.
It pings or whatever it does.
Someone out in the car, in the van, is telling you what the card is.
Wow.
You follow?
Yeah, sure.
That's why that's one of
that's
the
some Ocean's 11 shit right there.
Those guys. But I mean, they really go out of the way. Like I said, listen, all I have to know is the pit boss is taking cash when he's done, and the floor people and everything. Yeah. And there's no cheating going on. There's nothing going on. No. But I'm just saying.
I think he's allowed.
That's how they go out of their way for their high rollers sometimes.
I almost think he kind of has. Obviously, he's not Lorenzo and Frank, but I mean, he kind of has that leeway. Like if Lorenzo wanted to tip a floor guy as the owner of the hotel, he can, and like Dana gets that same kind of courtesy, I guess, when it comes to who can for who he can tip and all. Like for sure, they can just take it, right? Like
I want to talk about. I actually went to Pizza Rock the other day.
Yeah,
and we mentioned it on the show, I think. And I don't even know who owns it, to be honest with you, because they own a couple of them. But I was shocked by the pizzas I had. I wish I knew the brand, but they have a sausage appetizer. It's an appetizer of like this grilled blackened sausage with this honey wasabi.
You make me so hungry every time I see you.
Oh my God, it was so good. And then the pizzas these guys ordered, they ordered a like a New Yorker pizza, and they ordered like my mother used to call it pot cheese in the Bronx. Regatta cheese.
Yeah.
It was so good, it shocked me. So that place was a great place for pizza, like we talked about it. But now that I actually went again, I haven't went in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I had someone else ask me for a room this week. Yeah. That just texted me. It's just funny how they actually asked me for a room. We talked about it on the show last week. Yeah. This guy asked me for a room, and literally He just said the same thing that I said to you. Hi, Bill. It's so and so. You had mentioned last time we talked that if I needed oh no, hold on. That was the previous time. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Hope all's well. My son is flying to Vegas Friday night. Any hotels maybe he can get a cheaper rate. Come on, again, they're doing it.
It's bait on the water.
Rate.
It's bait on the water because they don't even. You want them to ask. Just say, "Can you get us a free room?
Free room, cheaper rate." Just happened again. You must not watch me on the socials. So let me tell you.
I did it last night. I was supposed to get someone a room at Red Rock,
right?
Which I did. I forgot to check. They're landing this morning.
Oh,
so I got the room last night as the comp, so that this way, it's already checked in when
when they get there in the morning.
Right, so they can go in early in the morning.
So smart.
I was so caught up in the moment last night. I forgot to check in, and then Red Rock sends me an email. Thank you. I hope we see you some other time because they canceled the reservation because I look like a no-show.
Oh my God!
I texted my host,
and they gave it to you.
I don't know. We just started the show.
Oh God! No. That's something too. People don't realize you get a room now. We have to go down there and check you in. Mm-hmm. And by the way, we have to put our credit card up until you get there.
Yep.
Or you could just say, hey, I'm Bill Krackomberger. Joe Blow's coming later on. He's going to put his credit card up. You could do it either way.
Yep.
Joe Blow. Where did I get these names from?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about gambling. This is a gambling thing. So my wife doesn't gamble. She just doesn't gamble.
Yeah.
That's not what she does.
Neither does Vanessa.
Yeah, she doesn't gamble. Now, she will... we go in to see a show or something, and I'll say, well, she likes the Wheel of Fortune. She likes seeing the Wheel of Fortune. She'll play it once in a while. So I give her $20. I go, go ahead. You want to play the Wheel of Fortune? Go ahead. It's $20. Go ahead. I mean, it doesn't matter. She could play it if she wants with her own money, but when it was over, you could see what the human condition is about gambling. This is a girl that doesn't gamble, nothing at all. She was pissed off.
Right. She
didn't spin the wheel. She comes back to me.
I didn't get one spin.
I want to sit in the sports because I didn't spin once because I'm really mad. I said, what do you mean? She goes, can you give me another $20? I said, okay, here. Like she got so mad.
She wants to spin.
That she wants to spin that wheel and wants to play again. Yeah. This is a girl who doesn't gamble. She'll lose $20 of her own money. She said, oh my God, I could have spent that on shopping. I could have got whatever, a pair of socks, anything.
Yeah.
What shot does the average Joe have that's a gambler coming to town? What shot do they have if my wife gambles with $20 of mine and is furious that she lost that money? She wants to get even.
Yeah.
Just want to get even and get out of here.
Yeah.
What shot does the average public have?
Yeah. And the wheel is going to land on $25 most of the time, right?
Right.
Anyway.
Right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's the lowest, right?
It's not, you don't even care about it. You just
want to
spin the wheel.
The buzzers.
Fortune. Boop, it really is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about a little sports betting.
Yes, we probably should.
I mean, we are sponsored by MyBookie.ag.
Yes.
So anyway, MyBookie, as you can see behind us,
yep.
Still the greatest out of all the sites. Someone texted me the other day and said, "Oh my God, MyBookie just went from not MyBookie. He actually meant Caesars in Indiana, or I think it was.
Yeah.
Went to -125 on a 6-point teaser. I was like, oh no, you're kidding me. That's hard because there's nowhere in this town everyone charges more, but MyBookie still charges, of course, the 120. So I was just looking at next week some 6-point teasers. The other night I teased up Green Bay the other night, and I just was looking this week. I just don't really have any big teasers. How about you? You've been playing?
No, I actually haven't been playing. I didn't bet on any of the last 3 Contender Series fights. I didn't bet on last week's UFC fight. I watch football with George and the guys at Resorts World over at Doghouse, which is a good spot to watch football.
Right.
It's hard to find good places to watch football.
It is.
So I'll make a couple of football parlays, whatever, but I haven't been hitting them because all these teams are just blowing me out. Obviously my Cowboys are terrible.
Yeah, that's a tough slate.
I bet the Patriots last week, and I literally thought of George as I was making the bet. As I was looking at it, I was at Resorts World at the kiosk, and I was like, why am I not betting the Saints? And money line, and they were dogs, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, but the Patriots. It's going to be the Patriots, and obviously the Patriots get blown out.
They got blown out too.
Blown out.
It's funny. I just go to take out a pack of gum.
Yeah.
Because I was having a little choking episode there, and I find I have an Italian horn.
I was going to say I don't know what that is.
It's an Italian horn.
Well, I don't know what that means. What is that?
Italian horn has to be given to you by someone else. By the way, you can't buy it for yourself, and it's to ward off the
evil spirits, the bad luck for the gambling.
No, it is. It's so. Isn't it sick that I would have that Bill Krackomberger would have something. I forgot I had it in there.
And it's in the gum? It's in the gum package?
I'm going to read it. No, I had it in my wallet. It just fell in there.
All right.
The Italian horn can be worn by anyone, regardless of their cultural background or heritage. The Italian Tasmanian amulet is widely recognized as a lucky charm, a symbol of good luck, protection, and prosperity.
Yeah.
It's often given as a gift to newborns or people that need extra protection. But it really is funny that it's worn throughout Italy also to take the horns off you. To take the bad luck off you. So I just thought you'd find that. By the way, this superstition goes back centuries, it says here. So I just thought you'd find
That's
that
hilarious.
Kind of. I forgot I had it.
Who gave it to you? Do you remember?
Yeah. I'd rather not say right now.
Okay.
So they got to remain anonymous, or else the horn doesn't work.
Wait, you know this?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. Superstitions.
Yeah.
Like, you can't reveal the secrets.
The Italians have many and it was given to me by on my Italian side of the family. The Italians have many superstitions, and one of those is the belief that the Italian horn will protect you from the evil eye or the malocchio. Like I said.
Wow. By the way, is Carmona's not an Italian name? That's a Cuban name?
That's a Cuban name, bro. Yeah. It's
Carmona.
Carmona, see? Jorge Martin Carmona.
I love that.
Or,
Big Scarface fan? Part of the Cuban crime wave?
Dude, of course. Seeing a body get chainsawed in half at the age of 5 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, it's cool, right? Yeah, that's my favorite movie
That was the
of
number
all
one
time.
movie I seen back. I was in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
I went to the movies to see it. I snuck to the movies. I've seen it like 4 or 5 times then in the movies. And since then, I'll watch it like he watches Rounders. I'll watch like that movie. By the way, I found out John last night watches Rounders 4 or 5 times. I'm not gonna say a month. That's probably a week.
No, it's a month.
A month.
Yeah, it's a month.
4 or 5
but
times
sometimes I do knock it all out in 1 week.
Right. No, I have my movies too. You know what it is? We can watch a movie like that in the background.
Exactly.
And do our stuff. Exactly. We know every scene.
Exactly.
So we can multitask and just have that on in the background.
We're not doing emails or whatever.
When you're doing
I just
emails,
want that on.
you just have it on, and because you know everything about the movie already.
Right.
So you could still work.
And then I take my break when he says, "I bet it all."
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
no, and listen, John Malkovich was stole the
So
movie in my
good.
opinion. There, the whole thing. He just had some of the greatest scenes.
Yeah. But like Vanessa will be up in her upstairs. You haven't been in the house yet. You got to come over. Vanessa will be upstairs. She's got like a little. We turned a bedroom into a closet / sewing room for her because she sews. She makes her own clothes and stuff and alteration stuff. So she'll be up there. So I'll be downstairs and I'll have Rounders on such a low volume so I don't get caught.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like an
were you
idiot.
sick?
Yeah, literally. Like she'll be coming down the stairs to get a drink of water or something, and she'll be like, "You got to be kidding me
Again?" Yeah. No. So, I didn't know she sews clothes.
Yeah, she makes her own because she's so tiny. She can't buy certain things.
Oh, okay. I think you meant for like you or me.
No,
or
well,
something.
she does. Like she'll like hem pants or something or shorten them or whatever.
Wow.
She
No
does
one
G-strings.
sews.
Alterations. Yeah.
She made you a G-string. Let's be honest.
I've got a little G-string at home. Yeah.
Wow.
So
she can make me a shirt if she needs like a month, something to do for a month. She has a free month. Listen.
By the way, you talked about Fontainebleau. She's gonna be working over there. She's gonna be working.
You're kidding me.
She's gonna work. This is the first time she's ever gonna work nightclub. She works the day club at Wet Republic at MGM, but they just closed for the season last week. And
she got in over there.
Yeah, she got
Very
hired.
tough to get
it's
it.
tough to get. I love that you know that. How do you know that?
Forget about it. Listen,
forget about it.
We're a town where you have to know somebody, you have to blow somebody.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, hopefully,
I
don't think. I don't think that happened.
No.
But yeah,
No.
yeah. It's like 4,000 girls audition. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick. So for her to get in there, good for her.
Yeah, she'll be in the nightclub at Live.
So I was saying about the teasers at MyBookie. So I've had a lot of success teasing through the key numbers of 3 and 7. I think now my favorite type is to go up. Yep. Like I'll give you. I can really, like I said, it wasn't too many examples this week. There's one, and Washington, Atlanta. Atlanta's giving 2.5 to Washington, so you tease up Washington to 8.5 through 3 through 7. But I did not. I'm not. There's nothing else really to. I guess you could tease the Chargers against Dallas, but I'm not doing that either. So the Chargers are a 2-point underdog. That's one of my favorite kind of teasers, though. And my bookie, like I said, is minus 120 on the 6-point teaser. I wanted to mention that, and they still have the good bonus there, 10% one-time rollover, which is great. I mean, you just bet your accounts for one time. You can cash out if you have to, but That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for players,
Right.
So they have other bonus programs with bigger bonuses, with more, more rollovers. So
that's what you should take if you're going to be playing a lot.
Yes, if you're going to be playing a lot. I have to tell you, it's a bad subject, because I bet a lot of money early in the season over season wins on the Cowboys, over 9.5.
Yeah.
And I thought after that first game, it was 40-0 maybe with the Giants. And the second, I just thought this team was going to be rolling. And yeah, granted, San Fran, I admit it now. I'll tell you right now, they're the best team in football.
Yeah.
They're the best. But after talking to one of the sharpest guys I know in this game, he said San Fran is very, very thin after anyone gets injured of their starters, unlike other teams that have pretty decent backups. San Fran may not. So they better hope they are healthy the whole season.
Yeah.
But even their backup quarterback, I think it was
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Jets quarterback, right. I couldn't. Even their backup quarterback is very capable of carrying the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's an interesting thing. Like, there's a bet right now you can make over under season wins on San Fran. And many sports books have it. It's all 13.5 over. You can actually take plus 110 or plus 105. It looks like that's a great bet. Now, normally it sounds like a sucker bet to me because what happens when you have a team 5-0, what'll happen is they'll actually pull back the strings a little bit in the end and not hurt any of their guys when they're wrapped up the playoffs.
Right.
But you'll have a guy like Darnold in still. So I think this is probably a good bet. Something just smells, though, because they're going to be favorite in every single game, except they're playing the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. The Eagles are 2-point favorite right now on look-ahead line. But besides that game, which I think San Fran probably has a good shot to win, besides that game, they easily can go, they can win every game.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a good bet, but you always have to think about the future, what's going to happen when they pull up or when they stop, when they pull the starters. But they still have a good, capable quarterback. Like I said, it might still be a good bet. Going back to the point of bringing this all up, though, boy, I didn't bet Dallas the other night, but they don't look good.
No,
they just didn't look good. I mean,
George, can you bring up the Giants' remaining games schedule? And can you look? Does MyBookie have a prop bet on? I don't think the Giants are going to win another game. And if you look at their schedule, I'd be curious what both of you guys think about that.
Well, now that I'm going to...
I don't even need to look at their schedule to tell you. That's pretty... Yeah, I think what the odds we could look for is like worst record in the NFL. That might be it.
Yeah.
But, they're horrible.
I mean, the upcoming games, they flashed it on what I saw. I don't remember what game I was watching, but
they're over under 5.5.
I guess it was the Giants game I was watching, and they flashed the remaining games, and I was like, I don't think they're going to win another game.
Yeah, they got the Bills.
Go ahead.
Commanders. They got the Jets.
Commanders are terrible.
Raiders, Cowboys, Commanders again, Patriots, then Green Bay in December. Not fun.
Yeah.
And then you got Saints, Eagles, Rams, Eagles.
Let me
I'm telling you, the Giants are going to win another game.
They're
1-4.
Yeah.
You can bet that the over-under right now is 5.5. So that means they'd have to win 5 more games.
That's not going to happen.
I mean,
so what does that pay?
Yeah, no, you could just bet it. You could bet over.
You just bet it.
You could bet under 5.5 wins minus $1.40.
Okay.
Which, now that you say it,
I feel like that's free money.
Bet. Yeah.
I know you hate when I say stuff like that.
If it wasn't you saying it, I'd go out and bet
it. If any one of your guys said it, you'd be like, yes.
No, but that's some of the bets you can make those type of bets. So it's kind of interesting that you can make those type of bets. And looking at it now, though, I'm wrong. I'm still a favorite with my over 9.5 because it's 10.5.
But let me ask you, a bet like that, I know you don't like normally tying up money like on a future bet.
No, I will.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. Yeah, these sports books that put up over/under season wins after every single week. Oh yeah, I can put some money into that.
Okay,
I did it with the Bears recently. I put money against the Bears, and then they go and beat Washington. They destroyed Washington last Thursday so that their season wins is still 4.5. Now it's 4.5. I wanted a 5.5. It's under 4.5 plus $1.25. But you don't know now that can the momentum can swing in someone's favor. But before we go, I want to talk about that horn. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Some people that are model-driven, analytics-driven, they're not supposed to. It's not there. You make your own luck, right?
Yeah.
But I swear, still, maybe growing up in that family, I still have little things like that, little things that I'll do.
Yeah.
it's just as good finding a bad handicapper, a losing handicapper, as a winning handicapper. Someone that's a mush, someone that's like the Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
So I still have those little superstitions, though, that are maybe even more. I'll tell you what. I talked to one of the sharpest guys I know about 3-4 months ago. We've had him on the show. And he said maybe luck can even be considered a skill set, which is kind of interesting.
That's me. Now you're speaking my language.
It's deep. It's a little deep for me because I wasn't raised like that. Maybe I was raised like that, but then I wasn't taught like that from being around the sharpest guys. But I don't know. You have anything else?
Yeah. Well, I want to know. You mentioned luck.
Yeah.
How many times did you see me call the right card last night?
Oh, yeah.
I said Ace of Hearts was coming. Boom. I told Raz he was getting blackjack coming before he got it.
Let me tell you. How about this? You were playing a stone cold sucker bet. I didn't say nothing to you. You turned to me and said, I know you hate me playing this. What was it called?
Pair of the square.
Pair of the square.
How many times I hit that last night? 3 or 4?
Pair of the square. So I swear, by the way, John put $100 once and got $5,000 back. Oh no, $200.
$200 and I got
$5,000 back.
I got the perfect pair.
Perfect pair, you got $5,000 back.
Yeah.
And you hit the pairs at least 3 times.
Yeah.
For 10 to 1?
Yeah.
10 to 1?
Yeah.
Without a doubt, you made money on that last
For
night.
sure.
You made good money on that
For
last
sure.
night. You made over $5,000 on that last night. See, short term, anything can happen.
Right.
Short term, anything can happen. It's only a small advantage.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way when it comes to poker. So like when like they put when they put the percentages
in the world can happen.
Right, like when they put like he's 3% now to win the hand based on the
that's nothing. That's over thousands of simulations.
Right.
Millions.
I have poker players argue with me that at the table. I'm like, that math, I don't believe in the poker math is what I'm saying.
It's over millions of simulations.
Right. But if you're in a cash game, fine. But in a tournament or a cash game, it's too small of a sample size.
My life is based on that edge, though. So I do respect the edge a lot.
Got it.
My life is based on that.
Okay.
But as far as short term, have some fun with your friends. Like me, I have a hard time jumping in and just playing a couple $100 at a crap table if I'm not getting nothing back, no bonus, not using no match play.
You just feel like you're wasting it.
Oh, I just feel like I'm wasting it. But yet,
it's so good that you're like that.
Yet last night when I was with you guys, there's
Did you have the itch to play?
When situationally,
right?
When you got up from the table, what did I tell you?
Right.
I said, John.
Yeah.
You just got up. It's so good right now.
Yeah.
And you see, we're not going to mention who.
Right.
The sharpest guy around that group.
Yep.
Jumped right in.
Did you get to talk to him much?
A little bit.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
He jumped right in. After it was over, I said, I know why you jumped in there.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
When the deck is rich.
Let me ask you one last thing before we go. Yeah. You and Raz were talking about correlated parlays on a different site.
Sure.
On a different site. We don't have to mention the site. I don't care. And then you were saying something, you asked him about it, and then he seemed very knowledgeable about it.
He was.
But you were talking about how it adjusts the payout or something. Can you explain that to me? Because I don't understand it.
Sure.
Okay.
So let me give you like the first half of a college football game. Let's look at college football this week. Okay. So I'm going to take a big favorite. Like I'm just looking for like a 20-point favorite. All right, I found a 17, but here, Ohio State's playing Purdue. This is a better example. Ohio State's playing Purdue. Ohio State is a 20-point favorite in the game, and the total's 49. If I can play like Ohio State minus 10 and over 26.5, which there is some on here, you understand if you're betting minus 10 over 26.5, it's correlated because if you cover the 10, you're probably going to go over 26.5 points.
Got it.
So therefore, you shouldn't be getting back 13-5. Some of the sites will let you will actually reject you from betting. Now that one they may let you bet, but like minus 10 over 20, they're not going to let you bet.
Right.
10, you're halfway there.
Right.
Same thing with the correlated props that Raz was mentioning. He's like, oh yeah, but it's adjusted. So in other words, if I'll have a quarterback over 200 passing yards, a wide receiver, their number one wide receiver, over 79 yards or 69 yards, chances are that if he goes over 69 passing yards, you're going to go over the 200 passing yards for that. So I would love to be able to parlay them together. You're parlaying something together that it's probably going to, if one wins, they both should win.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 13-5 back on something like that. But the sites like he was speaking about, they will adjust, just like these sites with the same game parlays, they will adjust those odds so they're not paying 13-5. Maybe they'll pay plus 190 or plus 170. It's just then it's not worth it. Then you're taking the advantage away. That's the reason. That's the reason why.
That's good stuff.
But
man, this was fun. This was fun. It was a fun night. We got to do it again. Can you handle? Right. Can you do it again? Can you go along? Do we have a curfew? Where are we at with you?
I'll be more prepared. That's why I had to go out and get my power. I don't drink power drinks or anything like that.
Yeah.
I had to get a coffee to get me up with extra caffeine in it.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I was pretty messed up.
I love it.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.